Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, today I realized that I suck at helping my son with his homework. But it's not for the reason you think. I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm a little bit stupid. I always have been. A little bit stupid is basically what I do. But basically, the way they do things here, like, I live in the only bilingual province in Canada. And basically, to get any real good job here, you have to speak French as well as English. Unfortunately. And most of my job, or most of the jobs in my field, you have to be bilingual. And you'd think after 23 years, I would be able to speak French. But no. Because I'm special like that, and I never wanted to learn French. I tried to learn Japanese. That didn't work well. I'm in the middle of trying to learn Thai. That's going about as good as the Japanese. I think I know like maybe 3 or 4 words. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So basically, my son brought home homework. And the way they do it here is they do half the year in English and then half the year in full French. They just happen to be in the year of the half year of full French. So I get his homework out of his bag, and it's like, I can't read this. I can't help you. Because it was French homework. I mean, I got like, the translator on my phone, but his writing is about as good as mine, and my writing is absolutely terrible. And so basically, what happened was I used my little translator. My translator was like, I can't read this. I was like, well, neither can I. So he started reading it to me, and I was like, yeah, you can read it to me all you want. I cannot understand. I live in southern New Brunswick, and most of the people here, on a day-to-day basis, will speak English. Like you go up to the north of the province, and it's like a Frenchish area because it's up by the border with Quebec. And in Quebec, they speak French. Well, they speak Quebec French. And although there is like a large English population there, because that's my sister-in-law lives there, and she lives in what is it, Old Montreal or something, where they speak where a lot of them speak English, but basically, yeah. My son brought home French homework, and it's like, yeah, I can't help you. I'm sorry. If it was science or math, I could help him for days. I love math, not math, but science and math. But even like his science homework is in French. I mean, I can look at the pictures and be like, well, that could be this, but they got them all like handwriting stuff. And as I said, I write worse than the doctor, and so does he. Like when I was in college, I used to have to like we basically used to have to like copy out of a book and hand that in so that because if you read and write the thing that you're trying to learn, you're supposed to learn it better. And I would like send mine in, and my instructor wouldn't even look at it. He'd just be like, "Yep, there's enough pages there for it." And he literally said that to me. It was like, "I cannot read your writing." I think the worst thing is also I taught my son to write in cursive. And heaven forbid people write in cursive these days. Because apparently that's a no-no. Because nobody can freaking read cursive, and freaking light on my glasses. This is like my fourth coffee this morning. I think I've been awake an hour and 45 minutes. I'm getting my ass ready for work. My son gets today off because it's Good Friday. I have to work, and I have to work Easter Monday because why not? My son's off both days. Lucky him. But yeah, so that's like the weird. That was like the weirdest thing about when I first moved here. Is especially when I was like looking for a job. Was most of the jobs I was looking for, everyone was like, "Well, do you speak French?" I was like, "Canada speaks English." Like, yeah, but we also speak French here. We also speak French. And it's like, well, when I was in school in Canberra, they made us take French. I think I ended up with like 25% for the year for that one. I had to repeat grade 7 because I didn't do very well. But then I ended up in like advanced math and advanced science, and that was all well and good. There's actually a position here in the government. Is They actually have like a government office, which I think is an absolute waste of money. And I'm gonna go off a little ramble here. Like governments are always like, oh, we got to save money, we save money. They literally have this person whose whole job in this province is when is people can call them and be like, I went to this place and they didn't speak French to me when I wanted to be spoken in French, and they turn up and they do an investigation on why this person wasn't spoken to in French. And that's this person's job. There's like this whole government office here where it's like you're supposed to speak French. And you didn't speak French to this person, and they called me, and here's a fine because this person wasn't spoken to in French. I mean, I'm dumbing it down a bit. I mean, there's probably a lot of like investigation of how many people here are bilingual, blah blah blah. But essentially, that's what it is. Is you didn't speak to somebody in French, and the government's coming to visit, which I think is a little weird and a little bit of a waste of money, personally. But I mean, government's going to be government. But it's another reason why I want out of this province, and I'm thinking about moving back to Australia. Is nearly every job that I look for in my fields, you have to be bilingual or bilingual is preferred. And basically, when I see bilingual is preferred, I know I'm already behind the 8 ball on that job. Because even if I do really well in the interviews and stuff like that, chances are if there's someone that's just as good as me but they speak French, well, they're getting the job, not me. And that's, I think, that's a problem. Like as I said, this is like the only province that basically is bilingual. Like the province that way is Quebec. They only have to speak French. And the province that way, which is Nova Scotia, they only have to speak English. But if you work for the federal government, you have to speak both. Like if you work for the RCMP and that, bilingualism is a thing. And my alarm's going off. Because why not? But yeah, so living in a bilingual province when you don't speak the second language is a little rough. Not just for jobs, but as I said, like my son, I can't even do my son's homework right now because I can't read it, and I really can't understand French to begin with. Plus, it's a language I never wanted to learn. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so this has just been a quick little rant. Basically about that. I mean, looking back, maybe I should have learned French like 20 years ago, or at least tried to learn enough to like conversate and get by. But I didn't, which is my own fault. But if you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and hit that subscribe button. Have a good one.